everybody, I'm Creeper294, and welcome back to my channel. So, as many of you may know, and some of you may not know, I am a debater. I'm also an interpreter. I'm far better at that. In fact, I qualified for the national tournament in that. But today I'm here to talk to you about debate. So, allow me to give you a background for this. What I'm about to present to you, is a form of debate that I've been calling for a while cancer debate. And now that name is subject to change because I know it's not PC to call something like that cancer debate. But the reason I've called it that is because it's very cancerous. And it probably could give you a brain tumor. So, the background for this is that one day I was at a policy debate tournament and there were 3 teams. And we got to the round where my partner and I had a bye, and so I decided to sit in on a policy round. And while I was sitting there, I was considering, what if there could be 3 teams debating at once? And that's where cancer debate was born. So allow me to bring you into the realm of cancer debate. So the first and one of the strangest parts about cancer debate is that there are 18 resolutions presented at the beginning of the season. So kind of like policy, where it's, resolution entire year. It's 18 resolutions for the entire year. And what happens is that each round there are 3 resolutions used. Each week a randomizer will select 3 of the 18 resolutions to be used at that week's tournament. And it's given to all of the debaters at the beginning of the week so that they can be working on those specific cases for those specific resolutions. Each debate team has 3 members, and there are 3 teams. So in total there are going to be 9 people debating. And generally, as far as judges go, there are going to be 3 lay judges in a round. So each speaker is labeled S1, S2, or S3. Speaker 1, 2, or 3, right? And each team is labeled Team 1, Team 2, or Team 3 based on what their speaking order is. And so you're going to label a debater as T1 S1 or T3 S3, if that makes sense. It's Team 1 Speaker 1, Team 3 Speaker 3. And then there are 7 speeches given by each team, because the part of the thing with there being 3 resolutions, if any of you know that kind of thing about debate, 3 resolutions in one round is kind of confusing, right? Each team of the 3 is given a resolution. And so at the beginning of the round, a die is rolled, and when the die is rolled, the highest roller gets to select their chosen resolution. And then the lowest roller basically gets whatever's left, because the middle roller gets to choose second. And so basically each team gets to choose their given resolutions, and each team has to be for their resolution and against the other resolutions. So each team is going to give 7 speeches. 4 of them are going to be in favor of their resolution, and 3 are going to be against the other ones. So each team wants to spend most of the round trying to build up their case during their speeches, and then during their negative speeches, as opposed to the affirmative speeches, which are in favor of their cases, their negative speeches are going to be against both, which means that they're going to spend about half of the speech going against one and then half of the speech going against the other, is what I had in mind when I came up with that idea. So a team, basically in the round, only wants its resolution to pass and the other 2 to fail. And so while this is the case, the judge is not obligated to only pass one of the resolutions. The judge can pass any of the resolutions and then just choose a winner based on speaking. However, what resolutions get passed do not determine who wins in the round, because it's going based off of both how they did on the negative side and the affirmative side. So it's a little bit confusing, but there are kind of 2 scores taken, and one is which resolutions pass, and then the other is who actually won the round. And then the other thing is that every single judge is going to be a lay judge, which means that none of them are going to have any debate-related experience. So, like, maybe some of you who are watching this video who have no idea what I'm talking about right now, you could probably be a lay judge in this scenario. And then, let's see, 2 minutes of prep are given to each team, and if each team uses all of its prep and uses all of the speech time, the round should last about an hour and 40 minutes. To start each round, each debater rolls a die first to figure out whose resolution is given to each team, and then the second dice roll is to determine what the speaker order is. And when I say that, I mean like which team speaks first. Kind of like in public forum debate, they do a coin flip, and the winner gets to choose, which side of the resolution they want and which speaker order they want. It's kind of like the same thing, except since there are 3, it's got to be a dice roll. And moving on, let's see. Okay, and so now I'm going to break down the round itself for you. The first speech, which is in favor of a given team's resolution, is the 1AC, and it's 5 minutes. And each team gives the 1AC, and after each of those speeches, they are questioned about that speech, and that's a 2-minute cross-examination is what they call it in debate, where the 2 first speakers from the other team walk up and ask questions back and forth to the one who gave the speech. And that happens for every single team, and then it's moved to the first negative, which is like the case in opposition to the other 2 resolutions. And that is a 10-minute speech, and that is followed by a 3-minute cross-examination where the 2 second speakers walk up and ask questions to that second speaker. Because what happens is it like alternates speakers, where it goes first speaker, second speaker, third speaker, first speaker, second speaker, third speaker, and then first speaker again, because there are 7 speeches, and so, it's not quite even. Though the speaker time is almost even, not quite. It's not perfect. It's cancerous, in fact. So the next thing is the first rebuttal speech given by the affirmative, which is a 3-minute speech, and then there's the first negative rebuttal, which is a 4-minute speech. If you didn't get it up to this point when I explained it earlier, the affirmative speech is a speech like in favor of your case, and then the negative speech is the speech against the other cases. And so the rebuttal speeches, the constructive speeches are like building up your case, and then the rebuttal speeches are attacking the other cases, or not necessarily attacking the other cases. So building up like your case against the other, and then the rebuttal is like your response, if that makes sense. All right. So then there's the second affirmative rebuttal, which is a 2-minute speech, and then the second negative rebuttal, which is a 3-minute speech, and then the third rebuttal, which is an affirmative rebuttal, which is a 2-minute speech, and the negative speeches are longer because they consist of a speech where you're talking about one case and then a speech talking about the other, and so, you need more time to do that. Anyway, that's my concept. I know that was kind of sporadic and all over the place and maybe hard to follow, but I hope you had an enjoyable time hearing about my terrible, terrible, terrible proposed debate category. Anyway, that's all for today, and I'll see you all in the next episode. It's Creeper Hunter 294 signing out.